Carol, Danny, Rello. Alright, boom, let's go. Reach a season 4.
Jack Reacher, where's the drive that Anna Merrick gave to you before she killed herself on the train?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Your leap was stupid?
Yes. Told you.
Fernanda? No, but I'm the last person to talk to your sister. There is no way that my sister killed herself.
Show me what you have. Your sister's involved in something big enough that federal government's worried, and people are trying to work me over on the street because of it.
Why do you care?
I'm good at not letting people get away with things.
Hey, that's, you see that look, people, we're gonna talk about that look right now. That is what I like to call the anime over the shoulder. Even though I think with anime you have less turn, of course, because it's less realistic, but yeah. These guys know how to make someone cool. Let's continue. That was red, right? Yeah, it was. You know, sometimes I gotta check this too. Hopefully you like the AOT. Who's the one that's still in here? Chai, what's good? Royal Empress. That's a big name. Sly Alex. Unruly K. Back to the trailer.
Good at not letting people get away with things.
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time and you saw the wrong thing. Walk away.
No.
You can't do it like that.
Shut up. They weren't the only ones who wanted it. 2 people tried to kill me over it.
What happened to those people?
They got away. That's it.
I'm a journalist. I have to get this.
Hey, one thing about Reacher, the way how he is, how, like for example, that moment, what happened to those people that go away? When he says some things with a straight face, not to poke fun of him, but I wonder if he's like on the spectrum somehow, because he has this kind of not unempathetic vibe sometimes, but he would just say things where you'd expect a different facial expression, or it might come across as cold, but he's just being either direct or, no man, funny
A
guy.
man like Simpson cannot take the White House.
He's on the run.
I'm not CIA, my man. There's cops on it.
Oh, okay, so we involved even with like the president stuff. Now I'm hearing the White House. Ooh, new love interest. Okay, Reacher.
Look at you. You think a hat's gonna make you blend in?
We have mercenaries, feds, the CIA, and all after this thing. We still don't know why.
What? Wait. Did I just see Reacher on
All after this thing.
the
We
wanted
still don't know
list?
why.
Yeah, this takes the hat. Yeah, that is him. That is him, people. Look up there. Oh, both of them. Jack Reacher and Tamara Green, considered armed and dangerous. This is crazy. Yeah. Whenever TV shows or movies reach this point where they're shown on like the wanted list globally or nationwide, citywide, you know we're reaching the peak of something. Whether it's the series as a whole or, you know, just the season. So tomorrow's is his new
Still alive? Good.
wing. Run that.
Still alive? Good.
Coof. Sounds that guy's too funny. Ollie Webster, what's good? How's your day been? Imogen, my day's been good, thank you. It's nice weather, and we're here doing some trailer reactions. Alpha. Alpha Wolf. What's good, bro? How are you? Never give up because I know how hard it is. Yeah, bro, as a small content creator. Yeah, man, let's just keep this thing going. Thank you for your time. And everyone, yeah, like, share, and subscribe with the Animanians, the Multiverse Nation, anime, movies, TV series, everything. We're the best. Let's go. Okay, so that's season 4 of Reacher. I've enjoyed every single season of Reacher so far. I love everything about it. What would I say my favorite season was? Maybe 1 or 2. I think season 3 was really good. That whole storyline, like living with the son and the father, of the arms traders. Yeah, that storyline was really good. Maybe the first one really grew on me in the small town with the black man, because he had a very charming character in like, I don't know of it or something, but yeah, man, ready for season Reacher 4. What did I say? Season Reacher 4? I'm ready for Reacher season 4. What else do I have in mind about Reacher? Yes, season 5, let's see you go in a different country. Maybe you could come to London, or I think maybe can take it a little bit international, because here they're going black and white interaction with the White House. The plot has something to do with the White House and the presidency, because we saw someone say, "Oh, we can't let so and so into the White House," and then Reacher and this person tomorrow now known nationwide as Armed and Dangerous. So yeah, this is gonna be big scale, man, big context. Before, I think some of the storylines are more contained in terms of happening around just a certain drug group or crime group or certain military base. Now we've gone on the hit list, the nationwide, the wanted list. So maybe season 5, the only thing bigger they can do is leave the US and see what's happening somewhere else. Yeah, let's keep this thing going. Reach a season 4. Okay, let's see what's next in the list. But we go check up on the time. Amy X, how are you? Ollie Webster, what's good? Where are we? Oops.
Who are you? Francis Neal.
Oh, Needly season 1. Yeah, when I saw this thumbnail, I was like, what? Manga's getting her own series, yeah? Well, okay, now. Manga's getting her own series, yeah? It's gonna be vibes. Now, she was a strong character, very good support character. Whenever she was around, she just kept up the performance level and it's the vibe. I know she's understood things as well, like, and she'll stick it on Reacher sometimes, like, yo, brethren, just off, I know you're that guy, but we'll go 2 hands and 2 feet too. Alright, how do I do this to my screen?
Who are you? Francis Neely. 124 West Drive, Chicago.
How the hell do I do my screen?
Former master.
The hell did I press? Okay, delete that. And let's go back to Neatly season 1 trailer. When is it coming out? September 16th. Cool.
Who are you? Francis Neely. 124 West Drive, Chicago. Former Master Sergeant of the 110 Special Investigators Unit. Right now, you're using that information to find out everything you can about me. Figured I'll save you the trouble. I'm a PI. You want to learn how to do this work? Look closely.
No, I am a trained investigator. Not trained like me.
Just a friend. Let me lay it out. I need the truth.
Hey.
Looks like she's ready for a fight.
Um.
Wanna know a secret? You can't read?
Nah. September 16th, I'm here, man. Listen, what can you say? Look at that trailer. That had action, humor, neatly, a bit of Reacher. Yeah, I don't even care what the plot is. I just know it's gonna be techie. She's a PI, man. There might even be multiple cases running at the same time. That would definitely be cool. Keeping the show jiggy and stuff. Um, Awkward silence. Are you high again? Did it Gojo? Why awkward silence? No, I was watching the trailer. Harpoon GTAG. Alright, let's see what's next. That's but neatly though. Listen, people, I think this is good because I think it's good representation for women as well, especially in these action roles. I know Lioness was a big one with a female lead as an action role. That's the only obvious one I know about. So, people, if you know about any other TV series with action female leads, let me know. But this is gonna be good. This is definitely gonna be good. Let's see if we can get a little synopsis for it. Movie season 1. Overview. Okay, so we already know about Nigli. I'm not trying to hear about Reacher. I'm not trying to hear about Reacher right now. Nice posters in the back. Thank you, Harpoon. These are like some of my favorite manga panels and stuff. There are some more around. So when you watch like the other videos, you will see. Well, when you watch the landscape videos, you'll see a few more posters too. But yeah, man, you can see what's going on with my finger. One Piece, Kaiju number 8. I think that's my hero. Linek, what's good? Alright, let's keep it moving. So, now I'm just here for that series, man. Neatly come show me what's good. Looks like some good action, good music playing in the trailer. Yeah. You know what? Who directed Neatly and who directed Reacher? Season 5. Hello, Ninja Ghost. How are you? Mariam, how are you? What's good, everyone? Hope your day is going well. We haven't done any greetings yet. My name's Anton, everyone. We are the Animenians. We are here for the Multiverse Nation. So, anime, movies, TV series, games, and anything else that's cool, pop culture, aliens too. We're just here. Is it counterculture? Or just culture? We're culture. At Neatly Season 1, the lead director is Sam Hill, who directs the opening episodes and also serves as the executive producer. Creators and showrunners are Nick Santora and Nicholas Wotton. Reacher Season 5. Oh no. Reacher Season 3. Reacher Season 4. Now, Reacher Season 4 had multiple directors, continuing the show's format of having different directors for different episodes. Okay, that's interesting because the continuity in terms of the vibes and angles, I didn't notice how much of a change it was. I think because Reacher's so engaging, every episode feels fresh anyway. So now I understand maybe even more why each episode felt so refreshing, even though the story was continuing. Didn't really feel stale at any point, so that the story slowed down too much. Like even what I really enjoyed was like last season 3, the whole stuff when he's staying in a mansion with the drug lord. I mean the gunrunner and his son. When he's there in the mansion, I thought, this is gonna slow down. He's just but this part of the story is is going to be confined. But even with him escaping, the things that happen in the house, they kept it jiggy, man. What can I say? Now I just need to check something quick, and we're good. Okay, so moving on. Directors include Gary Fleder, Sam Hill, Steven Sorgic, MJ Bassett. Now, in terms of director highlights, Sam Hill is the franchise's most prolific director and also serves as the co-executive producer. He has directed more Reacher episodes than anyone else and is also leading the Neely spin-off. Gary Fleder joins the directing team for season 4 after previously directing films such as Kiss the Girls and Runaway Jury. I haven't seen either of those. MJ Bassett returns after directing episodes in season 1. Okay, and Steven Sorgic also returns, having directed episodes in the first season. Yeah, I'm gonna pay more attention to the visual style this season because man, that's a good that's a good thing to learn. Bit of research doesn't hurt anyone. Big up everyone who's here. One of your grades is out of place. It sticks up. I can't help it. It just stays up. Lord's champion. Cal Forth. Cal Forth, what are you talking about? I do not know what you mean, my friend. Okay, what trailer was that? Let's move on. Whoops. Stop your noise. Ollie Wheeler, how are you? Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I need to get back to my playlist with all my stuff. Whoops. No, I'm not going to my account. I need to go to my channel. Okay, that's where the videos are stored in the playlist. Okay, where are we next? Neely season 1. The Baby in Yellow horror gameplay. Yeah, what is this thing? The gaming market is about to break. You sure? Let's see why. I'm actually interested about this one. Should I pull that a different thing?
This is a PlayStation 5. It came out in 2020 at $399, and now, even though it's 6 years old, it costs $5. Windows announced a price hike to their Switch 2. The Xbox has raised its price 3 times since 2025, and the scariest part is not even the extra money.
How long that one go? For you, you've been on 15 minutes. About, I don't know, been there longer than that. Okay, let's go to trade. Alright, everyone. So, I know. Wait, am I going to change? The question is, people in the chat. I know the title says new movies, games, and trailers, but right now, yeah, I want to watch this video, and it says the gaming market is starting to break. Let's see how it goes.
What's happening around it? Because at the same time, PlayStation announced it's going to stop shipping physical game discs entirely. Xbox has axed 5 of its big game production studios and fired thousands of people in what's being called one of the biggest single layoffs in gaming history.
Okay. Alright, so this is like live research, guys. So I like this video. It's talking about why the gaming market is starting to break. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up a video at the same time. Well, not run up a video. I'm gonna get some notes in terms of I want to take some notes for myself because I'm getting more into gaming. I play I play Naruto Shinobi Strikers. I've had a PlayStation 5 for like the last 4 years maybe. I didn't have a console before that until for like 6 years or so. So I don't play many different games and I play clubs with my friends. So I want to understand the gaming market more and to be able to talk about it more content wise as well. So where am I? Where am I gonna be? Yeah, probably be editing on these parts. Let's get into the Animenians. And let's get this one is called 254. 254. Alright. The gaming market is breaking. Point one, no more game discs from PlayStation. Okay. Let's continue.
All while Nvidia has started capping how many hours a month you're to play when using their services. The craziest part, capping how many biggest single layoffs game productions to stop shipping physical game discs entirely. Xbox has axed 5 of its big game production studios and fired thousands of people in what's being called one of the biggest single layoffs in gaming history. All while Nvidia has started capping how many hours a month you're allowed to play when using their services. The craziest part, everything I've just mentioned is linked. This is actually all part of a single chain reaction that's already started in the gaming industry. And I don't see where it stops. To understand what I mean, if we were to take apart this PlayStation 5, inside you would find 16 gigabytes of RAM or memory, which it needs to be able to run games. A single AI chip from Nvidia, the Blackwell Ultra, requires 288 gigabytes of memory, 18 PlayStation 5's worth of RAM. Now it is a fancier type of memory than what's in your PlayStation, but it's made on the same production lines by the same companies. So every gigabyte that goes into this is a gigabyte that can't be made for a PS5. And the problem is when AI companies buy chips for their data centers, they don't just buy one. Chips are sold in racks, each containing 72 of those AI chips. So one rack equals 1,300 PlayStation 5s. Oh dear. And they don't just buy one rack. Racks are purchased in clusters.
Okay, let me slow down. So it seems like he's saying these data chips also are used as resources for PlayStation and for AI technology. And it's like a ratio. What? The one rack equals 1,300 PlayStations. That's wild.
Last year, Microsoft switched on their first big cluster to help power the growing needs from OpenAI's ChatGPT models. That cluster was 64 racks in one go. 83,000 PlayStation 5s. And here's where it gets truly terrifying. Even that was barely a test run compared to the scale on which these new servers are being set up now. Just a year later, OpenAI is currently building out the Stargate campus that will reportedly hold 100 times the number of racks as that first purchase. 8.3 million PlayStation 5s worth of memory in one company's one site. That's almost enough PlayStations for every single household in the entire continent of Australia. And so when you factor in that there are also other AI companies, Meta and their even larger Prometheus site, xAI's Colossus, supposedly the world's most powerful data center, Amazon, Google, and every other big tech company who's galloping headfirst into the AI wars, we have reached a point where AI data centers are now estimated to be swallowing up 70% of the world's memory output. 70% is going into building services that we barely heard of 5 years ago. And that has left everything else on the planet that needs memory, every phone, every PC, every car, every console, having to now fight over the small and rapidly shrinking pool that's left. Why don't they just make some more memory, you ask? Well, I don't think they want to. See, the entire world's memory supply comes from largely 5 companies. And if we're talking about the specific type of memory used to make RAM, that's only 3 companies. Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. And these 3 companies could choose to invest tens of billions into new factories to be able to produce more, but that would take 3 to 4 years to build. And if there were to be an AI crash in that time, they'd have spent it all for nothing. And so why take the risk when they're currently raking in cash? These companies are currently lapping up 70 to 80% margins on their memory compared to the historical norm of 30 to 40% because of one simple fact, that their new favorite customers, big tech companies, will pay.
Billy and Maya, what's good, everyone?
We are in a very...
Okay, if you're just joining in, quick recap. So we started off watching new movie trailers and for TV series and animation, live action, you know how we do it, Multiverse Nation. But now I had this video in my playlist and it says it's talking about why the gaming market is starting to break. So yeah, this guy has a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, so he definitely seems to know. He's a trusted source according to the people. So far, what do we know? Changes are like PlayStation 5 aren't going to be making any more disc-based games. People like companies like Nvidia are capping the amount of hours you can play on their servers for. Xbox has had crazy layoffs. The data chips that AI companies use are also used for gaming, and the ratio for it was like 1 rack of data chips, I think it might have been 10 in a rack or whatever, a little more maybe, was equivalent to like 1,300 PlayStation. So yeah, you know, technology, they all share similar resources. So as one industry continues to take off, you know, others are going to change at the same time. Nice post at the back. Sorry, Sir Zim Jerby Wellington here reporting for duty. Good to see you, sir. Amaya. Which Amaya are you? Mr. Campbell, you must be a student. Billie Eilish, do you remember me? I can't see you because Billie Eilish. That's not even your real name. How can I remember you? But what's good though? Give me some more information. Big up everyone. I hope you're having a good day. We're just here for the nerds and we're chilling. So let's continue this video.
very unique situation where basically for the first time since the dot-com bubble, some of the richest companies on the planet, like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, are not even behaving like businesses. They're spending more money than they're even making from AI because the fear of losing the AI race has actually become bigger than the fear of debt. This is a very precarious situation for the world to be in, and it puts these memory companies in such a powerful position that it feels like they've just decided to forget entirely about the consumer, with Micron actually quietly shutting down its consumer memory brand, crucial to focus on these data center business companies. Now, new factories are coming. Elon Musk and Intel are building a giant...
Remember to like, share, subscribe, everyone.
AI complex in Texas, for example, that will also make some memory, but none of it produces anything meaningful before 2028. Plus, almost all of that new capacity is being built for, you guessed it, the AI customers anyway, because, well, you already know now. So how much more expensive has this memory really become? Well, to give you an idea, within just 3 months at the end of last year, the price of a single 16GB stick of RAM rose almost 300%, according to Tom's Hardware's RAM price index. Asha Sharma, CEO of Xbox, has said the price we paid for console storage components was over 2 times as high as we paid last fall. These costs have since doubled again, and as we plan for the 2027 holiday season, we expect another significant increase, taking us over 5 times the prices we paid only 2 years earlier. 5 times! Memory is getting so expensive that, according to a report from TrendForce, on some high-end graphics cards, the memory that's on the card, known as the VRAM, now accounts for up to 80% of the total cost. Let that sink in. The actual clever bit of the graphics card that you should be paying for, the GPU chip that companies like Nvidia spend billions designing is on some cards now costing less than the basic memory that's soldered around it. Here's where it starts to get problematic. The implications from these higher prices are bigger than they first seem. Because when the prices go up, of course, fewer consumers buy. Like if we take PlayStation, in May 2026, just after the price hike, Americans bought fewer PlayStations than they had in any May since the year 2000. That's before the PlayStation 2 had even come to America. Xbox had the worst May in its entire history, and it's much bigger than just PlayStation and Xbox. Any company that makes any type of computing hardware. I was speaking to the director of one of the big Windows handheld companies, the companies that make this kind of stuff, and his words were, man, Windows gaming handhelds and computers are dead now. No company will launch new products if the memory prices continue to rise. It is crazy. How bad do things need to be for a director of the currently operating business to call their own business dead? Even like Valve, typically the strongman of value gaming, just launched their Steam Machine, a box that's barely as powerful as the 6-year-old PS5, for $1,049. It's not going to be the next Steam Deck, put it that way. So all of a sudden, the home console, the bastion that for 30 years has been the affordable way to game.
Steam Deck, that different console. So I'm saying the world of gaming is a different place. What is the Steam Deck? Talk about that later. Back to the video.
The thing your mum could buy you at Christmas is quietly drifting away from a staple to a luxury purchase. Now, gamers aren't going to stop playing games, right? But are they going to have to start changing where they play them? Very possibly. And that's where things get concerning. If the PlayStation 6, for example, launches at 2.5 times the base price that the PS5 did, $1,000, which sounds like an outrageous prediction, but is actually what the current latest rumors are suggesting, then it's not a crazy thought that far fewer people are going to buy a PS6. And you might think, okay, that's fine, I'll just wait, I'll buy it pre-owned. But it's not about just us, the individual. See, the entire console gaming industry relies on momentum. These companies have to sell tens of millions of these consoles right out the gate to prove to developers that their new platform is worth developing for. It means that a new console is basically either all or nothing. You either sell tons of boxes, have developers flooding to your platform to make games for those users, and then even more users buying your console because of those games. The Nintendo Wii is a great example of forward momentum like this, with the console eventually hitting 101 million sales. Or you bottle it at the start. You don't want.
Yeah, I think I need to do a video about the gaming industry and how games are made. That whole route. Production there. I think it's 255 I'm doing now. Key 255. Game experience. What do you call it? So I have producers, developers, manufacturers, all of that stuff.
Manage to get that initial launch trajectory. Game devs don't want to take the risk, and then pretty much nothing you do is going to save your platform. Like the Wii U, which came just after the Wii, and in its entire lifetime has only hit 13.5 million. So my question is, how on earth are Sony or Xbox going to build any kind of momentum with their next-gen consoles if they're priced at $1,000? If the PS6 launches and only 5 to 8 million people buy one in the first year, whereas 80 million people are currently on PS5s, which platform are developers going to prioritize their games for? Obviously the old one. Sure, they'll make a version that runs at a higher resolution for the latest hardware, but any sensible developer who's going to have to spend maybe half a decade pouring everything into their next game is going to do everything to make sure that it's PS5 users who are getting an optimal experience, because that's where the money is. So now, there is even less reason to upgrade. And the spiral descends. Because here's the thing, Sony more so than Xbox is a little bit protected in the short term. If no one buys a PS6, then they do still have this giant PS5 install base to sell subscriptions and games to. But the install base of a console is like a melting ice cube. Consoles break, they get sold, they get retired, and players do slowly lose attachment and stop buying games for it across its lifetime. They drift over to PC, phones, or just out of the hobby. Normally, the thing that replenishes this pool of active users is the next-gen console. So if the PS6 ends up too expensive to do that, then the paying population for companies like Sony is going to shrink every year with nothing
I'm
refilling.
paying that, bro. A bag for a console must be crazy.
If these companies want to continue to maintain their profits, they have to claw back money from other places. And as far as I can see, there are 4 ways that they could do this. The first lever they can pull is subscriptions. I think these companies will raise the price of subscriptions and will make it feel more essential to pay a monthly fee to get the experience. I mean, Xbox tried an enormous price increase at the end of last year to its Game Pass, then realized they went a little too far and pulled it back a bit. But it's still more expensive than it was. And Nintendo's already started jacking up online costs 2 months ago in Japan. So who knows how long till that becomes global. Lever 2 is game prices. And we've already been seeing a lot of this before the memory crisis. Like $60 was the default price for a game for 15 years. Then it jumped to $70 in 2020, only to now start another jump to $80, just 5 years after. If things carry on like this, we might be seeing the $100 video game sooner than we'd like to. The third lever is control. This is what we've just seen happen
This
with
is
Sony.
yo. When we look at this gaming industry, wow, the way how we just pointed out the prices increase of consoles, the increase of the games. Yo, that's a $20 increase in like 5 years.
2028 onwards, they're going to cease distribution of physical discs. And this might seem completely unrelated to what's happening here, but the key thing that this move achieves for Sony is rerouting a lot of the money in the gaming market that wasn't previously going to them back to them, because it means that you can't sell your games anymore. When games are digital, they are tied to your account, effectively shutting down the entire second-hand market. It means that if your friend wants to play the same game you're playing, you can't just lend it to them. They can't just pop over to eBay and grab it for $20.
So after 2028, no more CEX, all of these game stores, they'll just be selling old stuff pre-2028. Bro, are we seeing another Blockbuster, like what happened with Blockbuster and DVDs? Yo, things are changing, nerds. Things are changing. How do you feel? Let me know.
They have to make an entirely new, maybe $80, maybe $100 purchase direct to Sony. And if that doesn't already sound like a problem, look at this. On my PlayStation right now, if I want to buy, say, Immortals of Avian, a game that, safe to say, flopped pretty hard, Sony is currently selling that for £69.99. That exact same game, I can pop onto my phone, go onto CEX, and order the physical edition for £5. It is crazy to think that this second option could just disappear. And crazier still, that this is how Sony prices games while these other options still exist. What are they going to do when there's no other option? To clarify, when Sony accesses the discs, you will still be able to buy their games at other retailers, but you'll be buying a download code that still has to go through the PlayStation Store to get you the games.
I don't know what I expected.
So Sony will control the price more so than they ever have been able to with discs. I wouldn't go as far as to say that Sony axed the disc because of AI, but I do think that Sony axing discs is a sign of a squeezed, desperate industry, and that squeeze is largely brought on by this AI boom. And even if these discs don't officially die till 2028, it feels like the beginning of the end is now. With GTA 6, maybe the biggest game launch in history, but the only physical thing about the physical edition is a download code, at which point they might as well just be digital only. And Nintendo, too, because their game cartridges rely on the same type of flash memory.
Wait. So people, you telling me they said there's a case with no game in it? Okay.
Up in price, publishers on Switch 2 are increasingly shipping dataless game key cards. Like Elden Ring, it's a cartridge in a box that doesn't actually have the game on the cartridge, just a key that downloads it. So when you put it in, you're the one who has to download it, and you're the one using up your internal storage instead of theirs. And the fourth lever that these companies can use to recoup their costs, the darkest one I'm getting to. But for the time being, can you see how it's already getting more expensive and just worse to be a console gamer? This is even leading to some insiders claiming that while Sony originally planned to launch PS6 in 2027, that it has now been delayed to 2028 or later. And whichever way this turns out, there is absolutely no doubt that we're about to see slower progress in games becoming next generation. And There's even a supposedly claiming that the next-gen consoles will ship with less RAM than originally planned and a lower speed bandwidth, as if there weren't already enough reasons to be concerned about them. I was originally wondering, one upside of AI is that maybe you don't need that new hardware. We've already seen with NVIDIA's DLSS 5 tech that AI has the ability to massively upscale the resolution of games, make them run smoother, and even improve the lighting in real time. But, alas, most of this tech can only run on new compatible AI hardware, which the current gen consoles are just not. Unfortunately, it's not just gaming companies and gaming consumers who are losing out in this spiral. Because the final lever that brands like Sony and Xbox are going to have to pull is cost cutting. Like I mentioned, Xbox has actually divested 5 big game studios, including the people behind massively popular titles like Hellblade and Psychonauts, and in the process also axed around 3,200 jobs. This is one company's one set of layoffs, and still it means 3,200 potentially talented level designers, graphic designers, voiceover artists who were previously working on the next generation of games, who there's a very good chance are just not anymore. Keyword talented. Reportedly, the layoffs even include around half of the team at id Software, the studio that basically invented the first-person shooter with Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein, and more. Now, imagine if on top of everything else, the higher prices, the dirtier tactics, the reduced focus on next generation, that we also start getting fewer big budget games too, because there's fewer people to make them. From an industry trade analysis in May 2026, a higher hardware entry price changes the shape of the next install base cohort and feeds directly into the lifetime value assumptions that justify a green light decision at the publisher level. Or, in English, publishers decide whether to make a game based on projections of how many consoles are going to exist in the future to sell it to. This memory price surge has reduced the future projected install base, which means that games are being killed at the pitch stage right now because of RAM prices, and we're not even ever going to know which ones. And I think there's a very good chance that this also affects the innovation in games, because doing new things is a risk. When projected install bases shrink, it means that the threshold for something to become greenlit is going to become tighter. So the games that make it through that are increasingly going to be those easy, safe wins. Games like the new Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, a beloved 13-year-old game that's been rebuilt cheaply, targeted at hardware people already own, and absolutely filled to the brim with in-game monetization. Or for another example, Jason Schreier recently reported that Obsidian, one of the other top game devs, they're ending work on a new unannounced RPG game to work on the next iteration of Fallout, the safe, known entity. These are dark times for video games. I mean, EA is even going all out right now on trying to create a new standard for how in-game advertising works. And they're not scaling them back. They're actually building a platform that would let advertisers in almost real time buy ads that will then appear onto billboards and objects that you will see while trying to play your games. Now, you would hope that there will be limitations on what can be advertised where, but I am horrified by the idea of dropping the big bucks on Ghosts of Yotei, being knee-deep in feudal Japan, katana drawn, cherry blossoms falling, only to turn around and see a giant sign for car insurance discounts. And even if it doesn't go that far, think about it. As soon as there becomes a monetary incentive to show game as adverts, how could that not start to change how game worlds are designed, and even what types of games are made, and how permanently online they need to be connected? Now, a lot of the issues that we talked about, game publishers getting greedier, the layoffs, has been happening already in the background for years. I mean, especially after COVID, when companies realized that they couldn't sustain the revenues that they had when all we were allowed to do was basically play video games. So
Hello, it's Jeremiah. Hey, Jeremiah Twin. How are you, young one? I went out on Monday from this morning. Good. Not faithfully. Huh? I don't understand, Danny. Wait, you went out Monday and came back today. I just realized today is Saturday, bro. What happened? I'm good, thank you. Just out here just doing some videos. We're here on live right now. We're watching a video that's all about the gaming market is starting to break. So, are you a gamer, Jeremiah? What do you do? What are you up to? Do you have any hobbies and stuff? German cat.
Sorts of ways to recoup those costs, both in-game and also by cutting employees. Point being, the fire was already lit, but The AI crisis stacked on top of this already strained industry is like the fire brigade showing up with cans of petrol. The problems are now accelerating so fast that, yes, there's still a possibility that the memory crisis suddenly starts to ease. I hope it does. It is possible that this AI bubble that some people are calling it does just pop entirely. But the worrying thing is, if they don't, how much more can console and gameplay?
I'm not to get anymore, but sounds interesting. Okay. How's sister? How's mum? Big up your mum for me. Hope she's good.
Prices keep going up and demand keep going down before this entire business model for a games console as we know it becomes unviable. I don't think very long at all. If the AI industry carries on doing what it's doing, then there's one of three things I could see happening. And I don't think any of them are good news. One, cloud gaming, like Nvidia's GeForce Now, becoming a more popular alternative, so that Nvidia can rent us the graphics card we can no longer afford to buy and own, and we can stream games from their servers for a monthly fee forever. And this isn't conjecture. The service is growing, racking up 30 million registered users, with industry analysis actually citing the hardware scarcity from this memory crisis as one of the big three drivers of that. 30 million is a huge amount of people. Not an entirely fair comparison, but that's basically the same number of people that have bought the current gen Xbox Series S and X combined. And what makes this so depressing that it's almost funny, Nvidia just this January has enforced a 100-hour a month playtime cap on...
Thank you. Are you still fast, Jeremiah? I remember you being one of the fastest in your class and stuff. Hello, V, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Can I see that color? Yeah, looks good to me.
Paid GeForce Now accounts. Obviously, that's not going to affect every user, but it paints quite the picture of what the world could look like when you don't own your hardware. The second thing I could see happening is older classic games becoming not just something that you revisit because you fancy a bit of nostalgia, but something that you settle for because it's a whole lot more affordable. We've already started to see this on PC, where the majority of all PC playtime now goes towards games that are over 6 years old. And a recent survey from Tom's Hardware, a publication that's only really going to be read by PC enthusiasts, finding that 60% of their readers won't be upgrading any hardware for at least the next 2 years. And then the third situation is mobile gaming becoming more of a default. See, all tech is getting more expensive, right? PCs, consoles, and that includes smartphones too. But people are still going to buy a smartphone because it's considered much more of an essential than a games console. So if the user base of the smartphone remains steady, and if anything continues to rise, while the pool of people who can keep up with the increasing costs and difficulties of being a console or PC gamer,
You need to get some training. Go ahead, young man, keep that speed.
developers are much more incentivized to put their eggs into the mobile basket. Am I happy about that? Hell no. Console games are held to a certain standard that mobile games just aren't. And it's not like you can just make console games and then put them on mobile. This has been tested time and time again. Resident Evil 4, Death Stranding, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and commercially, they largely flopped. They cost near console money and barely anyone bought them because mobile gaming rewards free-to-play, battle passes, and in-game currencies and adverts.
The future.
So the future that I'm worried about is not your favorite console game, but smaller on a phone. This entire industry where the only economically sane thing for a game dev to do is to build endlessly monetized, free-to-play machines. Games that are not designed around spectacle and hardware-pushing experiences because no one has the hardware, and instead are all about just reusing safe IPs that worked before, remaster after remaster, made by fewer and fewer people. And it's about what we lose on the way, from the games that you can no longer borrow from your friends, to the graphics cards that you might have to borrow from your not friends. The industry will find a way to claw its money back from the one group of people who can't pass that cost on. That's us. I'm a console gamer at heart, but I've actually noticed myself becoming more of a mobile gamer these last few months. I'm currently playing a ton of Pokemon Champions on my phone instead of the Switch. And even my second favorite franchise, Monster Hunter, their next game is mobile only. And it's just created yet another reason why Surfshark VPN, our sponsor, has a permanent place in my control center. Because the moment that your gaming moves to your phone, your gaming moves to the internet full time. You're playing on cafe Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, airport Wi-Fi, and every one of those networks is a vulnerability. So the fact that I can just single tap or it reach easier.
Cool. By the way, that was a smooth transition into an ad. Well done, my guy. But yeah, that video was very informative, telling us about the
This is a
changes
PlayStation 5.
that are
It came out in
causing these
2020 at
spikes in the gaming industry. Yeah. So people, let me know what you think about that one. Gamers, how do you feel about possibly having to pay more for games? No discs, no second-hand industry after 2028. So places like CEX and eBay with their big second-hand game um, availability is just gonna be non-existent. Yeah, are we seeing another blockbuster? Are we seeing another blockbuster? Alright, cool. So that's that one done. I think we got more time, we got more source for the video. Here's the next one. Hit ideas. Whoops. Okay, well we done. So we did season 4. Matchbox the movie. Alright, Mr. John Cena, you back again. This guy getting a lot of work, man. This guy's cooking. Lordita, how are you? Hope you're having a good day, everyone. YouTube, TikTok, we're live on both right now. Back to recording. Okay. Turn it up brightness. Someone on here is pointing at my grade saying your grade's out of place. Well, thank you, Lord Champion. Where you going? You wanna come back and point out any more grades? It's more than one, you know. Mike Lowry. Sabir was good. Okay, so we're back onto trailers now. And the next trailer we're going to watch is Matchbox the movie. Matchbox. Anyway, rings a bell, but I can't think of what. Let's see.
It's a long time since we played Lunchbox Fights together.
I thought so. It was a game thing. It was a game. It was one of those car games. I'm thinking of Hot Wheels with the games and with the cars and the sliders and stuff. But let's move on. And by the way, this has Jessica Biel, yeah? Okay, I haven't seen you in anything in a while.
What the hell have you been up to?
It's a bit of a longer story.
You look big.
Yeah. To rekindling old friendships.
Eric, where's home?
You know, I don't stay in one place for long. There now, Playboy. I feel you. Quick shots. Everybody listen. We're all gonna wake up someplace different. What?
What the hell?
Is everybody okay? Are we on a plane? Where's the nuclear warhead, Walker? We'll start tossing your friends out. What? So wait, Sean's a spy?
Don't jump to conclusions, okay? You don't know if he's a good guy.
That guy said he's gonna throw us out of a plane. Only bad guys say that. What do you mean, buddy? You can throw these guys off the plane.
I like this so far. Alright, so at first I was thinking this is gonna be some just straight up car movie, similar to like Need for Speed, or just all about this high dynamic car action, and then it's turned into a spy thriller, and then it's turned to some group gang movie, like how you had Hot Tub Time Machine and Hangover and stuff. But it's a different dynamic. A spy with his friends that got kidnapped on a night out, on a reunion. This is interesting. And it's a diverse mix of friends as well, so I'm looking forward to see how this goes. Hey, isn't that the actress, the actress from, she's a Marvel actress. She plays one of Binary, I think.
The CIA thinks it was me.
Or Miss Marvel, no.
Get in the chopper, Sean.
Whoa, isn't that Mushoon?
CIA thinks it was me.
Yeah. More shoe. Where's the sword? More powerful the locks. I hear the hair thing though. It's costuming. Bonjour, le fou que ma pousse. Ah! Someone to set me up again. Nah, you're not gonna get me with that. What's your name, Maxi? I'm dead. That was a good try. Someone got me one of those like last week. I can't remember how it went. But almost. See, my brain, man, no pussy too good. No matter how you spell that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the timing of all this looks really bad for you guys. Oh, God. Yeah, plan.
Oh, let me take a screenshot of that.
Ah, great. I was thinking it was going to be something hard.
That's hilarious.
What was that? It's like a crunchy sound. What was my body? Is it okay? Probably not. Clean it up. Yeah, plan.
I'm gonna pull a whole friend of the whole podcast, man, trying to set me up, man. Now I'm joking. See, like, keep running that. I find that hilarious. Sometimes I go on YouTube just to watch people pranking. He's the main guy, one eye. Is no, Aspinall. But you know what I'm talking about.
The CIA thinks it was me or us.
Give him the chopper, Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately, the timing of all this looks really bad for you guys. Oh, God. Yeah, plan.
Please stick him on so we get our lives back.
Ah, great. I was thinking it was going to be something hard. What was that?
It's like a crunchy sound. What was my body? Is it okay?
Probably not. Clean it up. Won't be a problem. Treat like a human teabag. I can't do what I do and drag the matchbox gang around with me. We ain't friends. Oh my God.
Take what you need.
I work alone.
Not anymore.
It's looking fun. I think this should have been a movie. Ooh. I'm watching this and try to do the Terminator spin. Nah, that's jokes. John Cena.
Hey, when we tell this story, you leave this part out, okay? Okay, and I never dropped the gun. Deal.
Hey, October 9th, I'm here for that one. Yo, that looks like a serious vibe. Let me just make sure I'm recording real quick. Because, you know, camera like to play me sometimes and not tell me when it's turning off by itself. Alright, let's go get a quick synopsis. Okay, let's go. Matchbox. Okay, so the story follows Sean, a undercover CIA agent played by John Cena, who returns to his small hometown after years away. His unexpected arrival reunites him with a group of childhood friends, but what begins as a simple reunion quickly spirals into chaos. Thank you for telling me, camera. That's very nice of you. YouTube, TikTok, what's good? I'm gonna get right back into this thing. Oh, battery exhausted. Okay, people, I need a new camera battery. Bear with me. What's the last thing I just read? When the synopsis. Ayan Nawab. Big up everybody. I'll be back in un momento. Yes, actually. C C10 was good. Okay, we're back. TikTok, YouTube, chemistry. All right, back in the synopsis. Was even worth it? The friends become caught up in an international conspiracy involving dangerous criminals and a mission that could determine the fate of the world. Forced to work together, they travel across the globe using their unique skills to survive high-speed chases, daring escapes, and explosive action set pieces. Along the way, they rediscover the bonds that made them key friends in the first place. Okay, so it's going to be streaming on Apple TV. Release date is the 9th of October 2026. Genre, action, adventure, spy, thriller. It's inspired by Mattel's classic Matchbox toy vehicles. It's directed by Sam Hargrave, who did Extraction and Extraction 2. Two sick movies that I wish I saw in cinema. Netflix thing with Chris Hemsworth. Good stuff. The writer is David Cogshaw, and the production companies are Apple Original Films, Skydance Media, and Mattel Studios. The main cast includes John Cena, Jessica Biel, Teyona Paris, Sam Richardson, Arturo Castro, Danai Gurira, Corey Stoll. Why are these names getting harder as I go along? Gosifte Farahani, and Bill Camp. MK, what's good? Alright, yeah, that was a vibe. Especially now I understand that it was directed by Sam Hargrave, the person who did Extraction. I know the action should be on point. Let's see how well they do mixing the humor. I hope it doesn't get too corny at certain points, but of course, going up to premise, it's not going to be corny, but the humor is going to play a big part in it. But I'm here for it. Yeah. Matchbox, the movie. Alright, what do we have next in the list? It's Baby in the Yellow gameplay. Let's go to the middles first. Granny No Sound Challenge. What is that? Alright, first let's do a synopsis. What is the Granny No Sound Challenge? Internet's a big place. Many different trends going on. Come on now. Working. Okay, the Granny No Sound Challenge. The Granny No Sound Challenge is a fan-created challenge based on the horror game Granny by developer. It isn't an official game mode. Instead, players deliberately, I've never struggled to say that word in my life. Players deliberately turn off all game audio and try to escape the house without hearing any of the sound cues that normally help them to survive. Okay, I like that. That's like samurais or fighters in anime or movies or whatever, training with like blindfolds. No, yeah, okay. How the challenge works. The basic rules are simple. Mute the game completely or remove your headphones. Play your own chosen difficulty. Many players choose hard or extreme for an extra challenge. Escape before the 5 in-game days run out. No cheating by turning the sound back on. Okay, why is it so difficult? Why is it so popular? Alright, let's see. I'll take you these people or what this game even looks like. I don't know what language these people. Sounds cool though. What's the name of this game? Name of the game is just Granny. It's a horror game called Granny. Alright. I've never been a big PC gamer myself. When I used to play, I think I used to play Soldier Front. Soldier Front and RuneScape. Those are the two PC games that I played and really enjoyed. But that was when I was a teenager. After that, you know, just kind of, yeah, left the PC game and stuff. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna watch this whole video, but I want to see what the game is like.
इसलिए मैंने ये हेडफोन जो है ये उतार के साइड में रख दिया है अब मुझे पूरी गेम सिर्फ विजुअली और जो भी मेरे खुद दिखेगा उसके बेसिस पे ही खेलना है अब होता ही है तुम लोगों को लग रहा होगा कि शायद प्ले
I have seen this game. My little cousin plays this game. From I see that little dark corner, I know it, man.
तुम्हें नो साउंड
You're just talking a lot, bro. Let's see you play it.
पे ही खेलना है अब हाँ, ये तो ये
Oh, there's no sound, bro. No, this must be hard escape from no sound.
want to play hide and seek do you यही बोला होगा और क्या बोलती है
Looks like he knows the. It seems like he knows the characters' dialogues and stuff. Anyway, if you're just joining in, especially if you're a PC gamer, we're watching people do this this no sound challenge. Already 5 minutes, bro. Because I'm not big on PC gaming like that, bro. Let's see what I'm
अब यूजुअली मैं साउंड के समझ जाता कि ग्रैनी चली गई है या नहीं लेकिन
Man, I wish I need more languages. And then it's so funny. The biblical explanation for the diversity of languages on the planet, interesting, isn't it? Higher beings seeing human progress and unity, so they distorted our languages and separated it to create more confusion amongst humanity. Imagine all humans understood each other this language straight off the bat. I'm not saying world peace, but you know it helps. Okay, so at least in this game, you can play about the sound. It's not a thing where you lose as soon as you're seen. There's some different type of zombies. Grandpa is now gone for about 1 minute. PC gamers. Gamers are so different, man. I game sometimes, but I'm not a strong gamer like that. Better man, big up yourself. Tell chat how I made you N97. I'll never finish that sentence. Is that what I'm coming here to do? Nah, the internet's funny. Unless you're a 10 out of 10 sweet one, I never seen that sentence, boy. You screenshot that. Ooh. You in your world, bitch.
अब देखो आवाज तो मैंने कर दिया है तो ग्रैनी ने तो
If it's color, okay, let's see. Make it better. Lloyd, oh, you my brother. Yeah, that's red. I'm hearing the sound in your thing, bro. What are you talking about? Unless maybe the sound is muted for him, but it's not muted as a screen recording. We'll see. How you get out of this place, bro? See me, I can't play games like this. When they involve too much mapping and looking and finding and focus, I can't do it, man. Just get me in the scrap. That's why I love Shinobi Strikers, the best anime game ever. New vid, best anime games ever. Best anime games ever.
आवाज का ये बात हो ये क्रोबार सबसे नीचे वाले फ्लोर पे काम है
Ah, my guy, that's enough for you. But yeah, now I know what this whole granny game is about. Who else is in here? Damn fool. Okay, that is good ideas. That was granny. Yeah, this video I definitely want to do.
You told me before that
Okay, so now this is for DC, and this is an interview with Zack Snyder, and he's basically talking about the possibilities of Nolan of Christian Bale's Batman being part of his universe. So let's see. It's very interesting to hear the possibilities of what could have been, man. So yeah.
Before that, obviously Chris brought you in, Chris Nolan brings you in initially, and
Yep.
there was a very, very brief conversation of like, would it even make sense to continue with his Batman in this universe? But I guess the deal breaker, I mean, like, I guess if Bale had still been the Batman at the end of Dark Knight Rises, maybe we seriously consider it, but the other Batman, the Joseph Gordon-Levitt, that's not as clean a story for you.
I think that's 100% correct. It's that, and though I love that concept, Joseph, I think, is an amazing actor, and it's a cool thing. But like, I don't think it was for me to flesh that out. You know, where I think if Bale had stayed, if it had ended with Christian Bale standing on a building overlooking Gotham, you know, like, you know, with silhouetted by the lights of Gotham, you know, then that's a serious conversation. There, he's not in Italy, retired, drinking wine and relaxing. If he is a current crime fighter, then I think those universes could mix, you know. And maybe if Chris had really thought that was a potential thing, he might have looked at it differently. But I don't know that. We never really talked about it.
Yo, that would have been a whole different vibe. Yeah, imagine some of these studios, including Zoom Eyes. Yes. What's your jam? As in music? I'm not sure what you mean. Louis 10, Lutix 10. Okay, so why do I like this video? First of all, I'm gonna get that video back because while I'm chilling, I want you to see a picture of this. Yeah. Now, why do I like this video? Because I like to imagine what if, you know, it's another what if, you know, it's fiction people and their hypotheticals. But what if, just like Zack Snyder said, Christian Bale stayed on as Batman and he continued to have Christian Bale in his story? So that would have been like Christian Bale with Henry Cavill and like Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, and yeah, I think that would have been a good mix. Different directors continuing some elements of previous stories, but I understand, I guess, you know, it's just art. This is what people do. It's business and it's art. So starting new stories, I can understand why you would start something completely different. But yeah, man, imagine that. Like that whole story with, for example, Christian Bale. Imagine he was the one that visited Metropolis and he was there during Man of Steel. Because you know that was the whole premise of Batman vs Superman. He was there firsthand to see the destruction coming through at that time. But having the opportunity to continue as the director, as the lead of the whole DC. What else might have happened? What else might have happened? Ooh, the Joker. Did the Joker die? You know, the Joker was captured in the end. Yeah, so even imagine having that Joker in Heath Ledger's Joker further down the line. Imagine he was the one that was involved in like a joint Justice League universe. Maybe we see dark storylines of like when Joker killed Lois Lane, who had Superman's unborn child. Maybe he goes dark then, just like how he did Snyderverse, just like how we showed then when Superman was corrupted by the Omega energy. What they call it again? What's it called? What is it that Darkseid is always looking for? The Omega formula? Yeah, the anti-life equation. Yeah, imagine. So how we got to see Superman corrupted by the anti-life equation. Imagine that whole storyline was more based around Heath Ledger's Joker causing part of the corruption, or even like something like Injustice, the whole Injustice storyline where Superman gets darker. Not even Apocalypse is the reason why it got dark, but yeah, man, so much we could have done. So much could have done. Seeing who was Gordon Brown, yeah, who would have been the Jim Brown? Would have been the new guy from Zack Snyder's verse, or they would have kept the Jim Brown from, you know, what's it called? Or would they have kept the Jim Brown from the Nolan verse? Hold up, laptop low. YouTube, TikTok, what's good? So everyone, if you're just joining in, we are looking at we're looking at new movie trailers and series. Animation 2. Let's get that plugged in. And we are back. Big episode, Zack Snyder. For me, again, the Snyder Cut, masterpiece. Watched it twice in one day. First day it came out. Okay, what's next for us? Matchbox, Needly, Baby in Yellow. Granny No Sound. Sent Bro Somewhere. Oof, Street Fighter, the new trailer. I think that would be a good one to do. Street Fighter. Ooh, and then Blanca. Ooh. Just bring out all of these, the Inferno Machine. Wicca. You know what? Why not? Minato. What was that one? Something about FIFA. There's a FIFA trailer for something. Deep dive into career mode. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay, well, we have like a few more trailers and stuff to run off. And then we'll be off the internet for a little while. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Ghost, what's good? Okay, back to work. Are you still recording up there? That's another question. Yes, we are. Okay, first on the list is Street Fighter. Animenians, we're here. Street Fighter official trailer, no teaser, no nothing. Now, me personally, I have a personal preference of Street Fighter over Mortal Kombat and Tekken because I fell in love with like the Street Fighter 1993, Street Fighter the animated movie, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, all of them. I just love the animated verse, the anime that they've given us, and that is what really got me into the characters and why I have a preference. So let's begin. This is the one critique I have. I feel like the guy should have been a bigger unit. Even though Van Damme was really a big guy, but it would have been good to see a more muscular, a larger guy. Like even with John Cena made a good guy.
Not a warrior anymore, you're a sideshow.
I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
What are you gonna show?
Can't disagree.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
How do you fight?
I'm paid to find
I
champions.
like that, so we're kind of getting two vibes: the redemption arc, well, the battle, the tournament arc, and like battle, tournament story, and the redemption story of Ryu. It seems.
Even if you're lost.
Good to see you, old friend.
Also, yo. The person who stars here, I wonder if you'll find his name right here. Please don't miss it. Who stars as Ryu? Who stars as Ryu in the new Street Fighter movie? His name is Andrew Koji. Yo, this guy is a great martial artist. He's become one of my favorite martial artist actors, specialists, however you say it, all time. Especially watching this series, Warrior. First of all, he's a great actor. I think he plays like a stoic really well. That series became my favorite season of all time. Ellis, big up yourself for giving me that one. That's a star for you, my bro. Everyone, if you love action, if you love where am I? If you love action, if you love a bit of American history, this is like what? This is what after when they still had their own cards. This is when is Warrior set? That's a great thing. Come on, man, get on my face. When was Warrior set? Andrew Koji. La. See, I'm trying to explain how good the show is. I can't remember when it was set. Now, people said period piece, but let me just guess. 1870s, yes, 1870s. So it teaches you a bit about American culture, how it formed, the Irish, the Chinese, the Italians, the Mexicans, Californians, you know, shows you how American history, society came to be what it was now. It gives you a good look of like New York and a decent look of other places outside of New York in the 1870s. But yeah, if you're into martial Western Shaolin type vibes, it's just got such a cool mix. It's urban, it's got a good female representation. Just something I enjoyed a lot, a lot. All right, let's finish up this trailer though.
Good to see you, old friend. Still necklace.
By the way, we need to talk about the strength on that kick.
Still necklace.
You see that? You see that indentation? This says to me power level. I love an indentation when it comes to damage. Show me some power levels. I know, yes, we're human beings out here in this verse, but these guys can do some supernatural stuff sometimes. And I don't mean supernatural as in spiritual, I mean the supernatural enhanced stuff. I love to see it. Show me kicking through some walls or breaking some stuff, some hard materials. I'm saying that's marble. He broke marble.
These torn monkeys not
Yes, we're gonna have the tournament arc. Yes, we're gonna have the redemption story for Ryu. Now we need to understand what is Bison's role in all of this, because there must be some type of plot, some type of plan he has. Is he gathering energy from the fighters as they fight each other? What is the tournament covering up? Also, we'll talk about that Bison a bit later. Yes, he doesn't seem like the most impending character or like have the most intimidating physical stature, but still a great actor. We'll see what comes of it. This looks like the top of where they're fighting, maybe. Let me see. What's a giant tornado thing? I like how it's shot though. It just looks clean. It's very clean. Whoops, are we still recording? Yes, we are. See, kicking people through walls. Already. Even the jump on that. How you gonna survive that, bro? Again, this is what I like to see, the super action. Let's go back to kick. Versus Vega again. Oof, what a fight. Even the fight between them in the original, like, animated movie, insane. Henrietta, how are you? Big up everyone on YouTube and TikTok. Hope you're having a great day. Right now we're watching the Street Fighter trailer that's coming out in October. Sagat. Oof, the first one. Ooh, I like the CGI on that. That's cool. Yeah, we're ready for that. We're ready for this. You can go back to normal play speed. See, I can see flashbacks. We got flashback vibes. reminiscing when they first came up together. I wonder why he hates him now.
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Got that chill still. Hadouken! Dario! Yeah, I'm here. I love Street Fighter. Love Street Fighter. Alright, let's move on. Henrietta, popping up. People, let's know what are you looking forward to watching. People, let me know what are you looking forward to watching. Live action, animated, movie, TV series, anything coming up that you're just anticipating or that you want another season for. Alright, that's Street Fighter done. Next there we have The Infernal Machine, starring Guy Pearce and Alice Eve. It's a Paramount movie. Okay, let's begin.
This is a message for William DeKent. This is Bruce Coburn. Mr. DeKent.
Mr. Duquesne,
I'm calling in response to the letters I've received from you. I'm not sure how you found me, but your letters constitute harassment. So please stop sending them.
People after reading the controversial novel, The Infernal Machine.
I have 100 of these in my house. From your driver. He drives a red hatchback.
These are the only vehicles our drivers use.
Who are you?
How about the guy who read your book? The
Sure.
For the whole world to hear. Can't make sense out of madness now. Can you, Bruce? You know, a lot of questions about that book of yours.
I know where we are, Mr. DeKent. Only thing I know about too early. The protagonist reaches their limits.
Mr. Cutler.
Questions their sanity.
Is there anybody who might have a score to settle with you?
You're a coward. Hear me? I'm a coward. And if I find you, I'm gonna kill you. I can't wait. Who's sending the messages?
This looks intense. The Infernal Machine. Alright, so just going off. Who they're singing for? Come. The Animenians, the Multiverse, pop culture, music, anime, movies, TV series, anything and everything created that we love. And if into aliens, we're here too. Zoom for me, zoom for me. Oh, so mad. Okay, synopsis. The story follows Bruce Coburn, a once famous novelist played by Guy Pearce. Decades earlier, Bruce's bestseller. No, let's not do that. Do that to me, my friend. My mouse is just playing right now. What are we doing? What the? Come on now. It's not the time to be playing with me like this. Not the time to be playing with me like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is, first of all, let's get back to that synopsis. Recon synopsis. So people, my mouse is playing up. Okay. The story follows Bruce Cockburn, a once famous novelist played by Guy Pearce. Decades earlier, Bruce wrote the controversial bestseller The Infernal Machine, a novel that became infamous after it was linked to a tragic mass shooting. Consumed by guilt and public backlash, Bruce abandoned his career and withdrew from society, living alone in the desert. His isolated life is disrupted when he begins receiving a relentless stream of mysterious letters from an obsessive fan. At first, Bruce ignores them, but the increasingly cryptic messages force him to investigate who is sending them and why. As he follows the trail, he uncovers secrets connected to his past while struggling to separate reality from paranoia. During his search, Bruce encounters Officer Higgins, played by Alice Eve, who becomes one of the few people he can trust. But as more clues emerge, Bruce finds himself trapped in a psychological maze where every answer raises new questions, leading to a twist of confrontation with the truth. Man, listen, I really don't. There's so much bad stuff happening in the world, but mass shootings and school shootings are just unthinkable, man. Amongst all the other atrocities in the world. But going on to some key information, release year 2022, genre, psychological thriller, mystery. It's going to be 110 minutes, not the longest movie. That's like an hour 50. That's nearly 22 hours long. That's a long movie. It's directed and written by Andrew Hunt, and it's based on the Hilly Earth Society, an audio story by Lewis Cornfield, distributed by Paramount Pictures. Okay. Nah, very, very good. We still read. Yes, we are. Big up everybody. Sour Cherries, how are you? Next trailer we're going through is. That's a trailer, everyone. Nothing dangerous. Okay, Wicked trailer 1. How many? 814. Okay, let's go. Why not? 0F. Okay, let's go to this Wicked trailer. Let's begin.
Today's catch! Catch!
I'm hearing yell. I can smell you coming.
Lick my worm!
So then, fisherwoman, you caught yourself a lover yet?
Love seems more a burden than a prize.
Sort of.
Where's my mum?
There's absolutely no shame in living out your remaining days alone.
I'll marry you.
I want you to make me a husband.
Be at the chapel in a month.
Good.
Excuse me? Can I water my
I'm here to marry you.
What's that? strong as a tree and just as hard.
He's Wiccan.
Straighten me right out.
You are the reason I live and breathe.
It's
What
not
is
natural.
this?
Men are not like that.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. You know, you've made quite an impression. The wives, they're all aflutter.
I don't blame her. I climb that.
You've become quite bold, haven't you, Fisherman?
He has his days. I have mine. And we have our nights.
Is someone being murdered?
Something getting murdered.
Let's dig in.
Nice. Really good person.
I'll be fixing the bed this afternoon. It broke again.
You've got some sort of scheme going with the natural world, do you?
Mother Nature provides, I merely augment.
Wow. Yo. Some medieval thing. Some medieval thing about a woman getting married to a wicker man. Getting packed by a wicker man. I don't know what to say. It looks funny and the cast looks good. It's got some people that we can recognize, definitely. I'm not sure if I'll be, maybe I will go see that one. It's different, and I need to watch more movies that are outside my usual genre of sci-fi, action, thriller, blockbuster. So, gotta be crime or something like that. So, yeah, should I do a synopsis for that one? I think I will, because we're still in the red. Where are we? Do a synopsis. Do a synopsis for Wicker 2026 and include other movies made by the director. Abdi Havoc, big up yourself. I hope everyone is having a great day. Thank you for joining with the Animenians, your multiverse nation. Okay. Come on, mouse. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Set in a remote medieval fishing village, the story follows an outcast fisherwoman played by Olivia Colman, who is an actress I really like. Everything I see her in, she's really good. She has nice, genuine energy. Who is constantly mocked by her neighbors for being unmarried and refusing to conform to the village's expectations. Tired of being ridiculed, commissions the local basket weaver, played by Peter Dinklage, to weave her a husband entirely out of wicker. To everyone's surprise, the wicker husband magically comes to life, played by Alexander Skarsgård. He is kind, devoted, handsome, and everything the fisherwoman could have wished for. Their unconventional romance quickly becomes the talk of the village, provoking jealousy, outrage, fear, and other negative emotions among the townspeople. As the relationship flourishes, it begins exposing the insecurities, prejudices, and expectations of the community. What starts as a magical love story evolves into a fable about acceptance, independence, and challenging tradition, wrapped in humor, romance, and fantasy. Key information: release date is the 23rd of October 2026, which is going to be limited, and then the 30th of October, it will have a wide release. Genre: romantic fantasy, comedy, drama. Runtime is 105 minutes. Okay. Based on The Wicker Husband by Ursula Willis-Jones, starring Olivia Colman, Alexander Skarsgård, Peter Dinklage, Elizabeth Debicki, Richard E. Grant, Marley Sue, and Naban Rizwan. The directors. The film is co-directed by Alex Houston Fisher and Eleanor Wilson, who also adapted the screenplay from the original short story. The pair are known for creating intimate, character-driven, independent films that blend comedy, emotion, and surreal storytelling. Wicker is by far their highest profile project to date and premiered to strong reviews at the 2026 Sundance Film Festival. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. As the trailer went on, it changed my mind, so I'm gonna go watch that movie. Let me know what you think. Interesting to see Peter Dinklage in something else. But yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be funny. Very cool. Brad, what is good? Let's see what's next. I know that is a red. That is a red. Yes, it is. Okay, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, alright. You can do it, Battery. Few more trailers and we're good. Should be seeing Wicked. Ooh, is there only 2 more? What is this for? A fan. So this is a Okay, everyone. So what we're about to watch is a new Naruto animation intro for Minato the Yellow Flash. And it is for the Naruto mobile game. Alright. Let's check this out. Okay. Naruto mobile game. So this is the trailer. No, this is the character trailer for the Naruto mobile game, specifically Minato. So let us begin. The sound of the Rasengan. Naruto mobile. Nah, that was a vibe, man. Seeing any content with Minato is always vibe. It's always vibes. Should we do a little synopsis of that? 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute overview of the Naruto mobile game. Key information. Let's do this. We're cooking with the content today, people. Are we still green? We're still red. I mean, yes, we are red at the moment. Okay. Now we're looking at the Naruto mobile game, one of the most successful anime mobile games ever created. It's developed by Morphon Studios, a subsidiary of Tencent Games, and officially licensed by Bandai Namco Shueisha, Studio Perio, and Masashi Kishimoto. The game launched in 2016, so we're on the 10-year anniversary. Still 10 years. 2016 still sounds recent-ish, but at 10 years, that's a decade. It's become a massive hit in China. Unlike many Naruto games, Naruto Mobile follows the story of the original anime, allowing players to relive Naruto's journey from the land of the Wave Arcs through Naruto Shippuden and into Boruto. Players unlock iconic characters like Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, Itachi, Madara, and Minato, each with a faithfully recreated ninjutsu set, ultimate attacks, and anime-style animations. The gameplay combines side-scrolling beat-em-up action with real-time PvP fighting, where players use combos, substitutions, and special jutsu in fast-paced ninja battles. Regular updates introduce new characters, limited time events, and competitive esport tournaments that keep the community engaged. Commercially, the game has been a phenomenal success, generating more than 20 billion Chinese yuan in lifetime revenue and attracting over 100 million registered players, making it one of Tencent's biggest and most profitable titles. Although Naruto Mobile is officially available only in China, it requires QQ or WeChat account to play. It remains one of the highest quality Naruto games ever made, and is wide to mobile game experience. Why is it only available in China? That's what I want to know. And are we still ready? Yes, we are. When I say still ready, that means my camera is still recording. We're still a one-man team right now, people, so until we get there, when we got crews and stuff, or if we even need a crew, I have to be doing a few things myself. So Tencent's more funds aim under a licensing agreement that primarily covered the Chinese market. The rights to publish Naruto games are often divided by region, so a company may have permission to release a game in China but not in North America, Europe, or Japan. Bandai Namco publishes Naruto games elsewhere outside China. Bandai Namco Entertainment Naruto games such as Ninja Storm and all of these other ones. Okay, so we mean like direct competition if they did release it more. The game was also built for the Chinese market. Many of its systems are based around China's gaming ecosystem, including QQ login, WeChat login, Tencent payment systems, Chinese social features, and compliance with Chinese gaming regulations and age verification systems. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I liked that trailer. Big up Minato. Anytime you see you, anywhere you are, you're one of them ones, man, one of them go-to anime characters. Okay, what do we have next? There's someone who's been there for time. Oh yeah, big up yourself. Everyone in the chat, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Animenians. Ah, FIFA fans. I play FIFA, mostly Cubs, but it would be good to see this new video. Now here we are with EA Sports FC 27 official career mode deep dive. First, see if it's still recording, and then let's begin.
Here's what's new for Korea in FC 27. A completely overhauled transfer experience with new levers for negotiation, authentic valuations, bidding wars, and more. A dynamic OVR system where players' ratings will actively change match to match. New development trajectories that vary when players develop and peak during their career. Creator challenges where you can build your own scenarios, share with friends, and take on challenges from the community. Plus, the next evolution of authentic gameplay, new unexpected events, and more. Let's start with the community favourite, transfers. We've reworked every facet of the transfer system in FC 27 based on what we've heard from you. Negotiations now take place here and include tons of new ways to get a deal done. Experiment with buyback clauses, relegation salary drops, or competition bonuses. Everything you'd see in a real contract negotiation. You'll also notice more realistic wage demands from players, depending where they're at in their career. Players in their prime will often want that big contract, whereas players on either side of their peak might be willing to negotiate. Player valuations are also the most authentic they have ever been, thanks to a new partnership with Transfer Room, a platform hundreds of clubs
Virgil van Dijk with a trim.
research and negotiate transfers.
As you go a haircut, do they know something we don't?
How other clubs approach transfers to create an even more dynamic transfer market. Rivalries and
okay, let's pause it there because I do want to take a slight check. It does look red to me. Yeah, we're red. I'm seeing it. Okay. Let's continue. Oops.
Partnerships now into where players go. For example, you'll rarely see players move between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, and you'll see more deals between clubs with healthy transfer histories. You'll also see more bidding wars in FC 27, giving you more realistic competition from other clubs as you vie for a player's signature. And we've improved how AI teams shortlist players to help them identify and chase talent that's right for that club and target more players overall to increase transfer activity happening across the world. Let's talk dynamic OVR. Simply put, dynamic OVR changes everything. Every matchday poses new selection headaches, but also opportunities. Every season has new standout players, and every choice you make has a real impact on the pitch. In FC27, players will have a base overall rating, plus a dynamic range that represents how much that rating can rise or fall from match to match. Younger players with potential have a bigger...
No, FIFA players, FIFA fans, let me know how you like to play your career mode. I know some people like to choose smaller teams so that they have more of a challenge to build them up. Some people like to choose big teams and continue those expectations of winning big titles. Let me know what you like to do. Me personally, when it comes to FIFA, I mostly play for clubs and Ultimate Team. Those two, yeah. I used to play career mode until I discovered clubs because I don't spend a lot of time gaming. I prefer to game with my friends. So yeah, that's it for me.
Dynamic OVR range, making it possible for your informed youngsters to break into the first team before they reach their full potential. And as that OVR fluctuates, so will their individual attributes reflect the form they're in. Form, morale, fitness and playing time all affect a player's dynamic OVR. Top performers could rise to new levels. Unused players could play below their ability. Or you might find a surprise squad player who's really up for a big match. So, keep a close eye on whose ratings are peaking as you make your team selection each week. New development trajectories bring this same variability to player development. In FC27, players grow and peak at different ages, just like they do in the real world. You'll still see wonder kids like Mbappe and Bellingham shoot to stardom earlier on. You'll also see late emerge at various just like Semenyo last season. This makes scouting for potential so much more dynamic, and it challenges you to make tough decisions with players you're developing. Are they falling short of their potential, or is their peak coming later? In addition to development trajectories, we've extended dynamic potential to all leagues you've selected in Deeper Sim. Scout the stats to identify rising potential players before they get noticed by other clubs, and keep tabs on your shortlist to see if turning a rich vein of form into world-class potential. On to creator challenges. In FC27, you can create your very own Manager Live challenges right from your phone or computer. The all-new challenge creation tool gives you creative freedom to design any type of challenge you like. And when you're done, you can publish, play it yourself, and share it with your friends instantly. You'll see your challenges in the Manager Live hub alongside selected challenges from your favourite creators. You'll also see popular or trending challenges from the community. With enough plays and upvotes, anyone's challenge can be selected to be featured here. Whether you're looking to recreate a famous treble, play out an alternate history, or take career to new levels of difficulty, you can build it, play it, and share it in FC27. Over to authentic gameplay. In FC27, career is more realistic on the pitch too. Your teammates will catch their breath off the ball late in matches. Players will slip more often, changing directions quickly, especially in wet conditions. And it's not just animations. Fatigue will have a larger impact on the attributes as they tire, and even make them more susceptible to injuries.
Yeah, because some players are just moving like minute 1 in the 92nd minute and that, stopping your counters.
How your teammates behave in and out of possession. Players accelerate with more urgency, with and without the ball, and everyone acts more composed and natural off the ball. And we've dialed up the impact the team and players' personalities have on how they play. For example, you'll feel the difference against more aggressive opponents. They'll be more combative and foul you more often. We've added new sliders so you can customize all these details for the authentic gameplay experience, including new CPU sliders to make the opposition behave with even more variety. Off the pitch, expect
What to people, do you do that? Adjust the CPU controls?
Press conferences.
That
Instead of
counts as
weekly
cheating.
interviews, press conferences will only appear at marquee moments, and they'll have real consequences. Piling pressure on a new signing could drop their dynamic OVR. Or motivating
Yeah, I think we'll leave that one there, but these features look cool. I have a few friends that do play career mode regularly, so I'll be asking them what they think of that one. FIFA fans, let me know what expectations are you having for the new FIFA, for the new FC27, and what expectations did you want before you heard the confirmed details of what coming out? What would you like to change about FC26 to 7? What would make it better for you? Let's get that one out. Upper mine. Alright, Granny. Are we done? No, we actually done. Yeah, I think we're done. It's like 2 hours of filming, no? Alright. So I'll leave that on for now. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Alright, bye bye. YouTube.